Hey, hello. In this this video is a little bit special because I'm training right now somebody traditional IFR flight using VORs, and so this video is about technically going back to a lesson we done, and I want to respond to one of his questions. So I make this video available for everybody. Maybe somebody else can learn from it. Anyway, we're going to get into it, and first we're going to review everything we did, and I'm going to talk toward the end toward his question is why do we have to pick up the radio like in this example it was 310, and one can just turn the OBS knob and line up the radio right to the aircraft. So that is what it's about, but right now let's get started with the flight. So right after takeoff, what we did about 45 degrees to intercept the radial 102, and we flew inbound toward the VOR. Then we intercept, and I give them a weird clearance because I was saying track on the inbound, the outbound radial of 030, something like that. That was just for to help him the situation awareness. Then after I asked him to readjust the VOR to 210, and we tracked it at that point in the inbound course. Then we went off script and asked him to just get a heading of 270, and then that is where the fun began. I asked them to set up the outbound radial of 310, and my idea at that point it was to guide them about 10 miles final of the runway, destination runway, and we can actually start doing an approach. But at one point he said, well, why do I have to fly? And I could see him like a little bit is thinking as he was doing it. He said, well, why do I have to fly over there? I might as well just line up the needle with my VOR, and I will just fly north. I don't have to follow this 310. So here in this example is we can see he lined up the needle. He flew an outbound, is not even near close to the place where I wanted him to be. So why do we want to line up the needle and not to intercept actually a radial? There's two different situations. There's a situation where you're actually following a flight plan or following an ATC clearance. In this case, I was the ATC. I was acting a little bit like ATC, giving him some radial to follow, and he just needed to settle up, and the idea was to learn how to intercept, to have a better ideas at work, intercepting inbound, intercepting outbound, and pulling some weird heading and try to figure out where is the VOR, where you're flying. It's a bunch of exercise like that. If you're flying outside of flight plan or ATC clearance, you're flying VFR, or you're flying on uncontrolled airspace, and you want to do this weird approach, or you want to go fly over a waypoint or over a site, and you set up the radial you want to set up, and you go straight to it. Another way more typical is when you fly inbound toward the VOR. And you say, oh, I will need to go to this VOR. I don't need to set up any random inbound radial to get there. So I'm set up the needle, right to center my VOR. Now I know what heading I need to fly to get directly to this VOR. So that is different concept. During the exercise, I give you technically clearance as an objective to learn how to intercept, either on inbound or on the outbound, but is also the heading I'm giving you, the radial I'm giving you, is also because I want you to get to a certain place. And if you look at what we done kind of like a triangle flight. Anyway, that's it for this video.